I wanted to talk to you guys, since the episode is called A Starry-Eyed Encounter, about what made me choose this song as the first song to release under the Blue Adonna. I will come out with a video that sort of explains the genesis of the idea that is A Starry-Eyed Encounter, but for now, I think I should speak about album openers. I think an album opener can really... It does serve as an introduction, given that it's the first song. But even more so, I think it doesn't have to encapsulate the entirety of the album, right? It should be like an appetizer, right? There should be some energy. It should definitely be a quality song, don't get me wrong. But it doesn't have to be a be-all, end-all for what the album actually is. And I feel like A Starry-Eyed Encounter is a great introduction, right? It's bumping, it's thumping, it's a banger, if I do say so myself. But above all, if I may be so bold, I think it's a really well-written song. I really didn't like it when I first made it, but enough people said, "Oh, that's a good one." And all while I was editing it, I thought, man, this is a good one. And I was really grateful. And the whole theme of this being a story is really encapsulated in that song. It was inspired by, as you can see, there's a video game right there called the Sly Collection. Can we zoom in on it? Oh yeah, I forgot we're not able to do that. Anyways, it was inspired by this video game called Sly 2 Band of Thieves. Now, Sly Cooper is the best video game of all time. Sly 2 in particular. And if you've ever played it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to play you guys the intro video to A Starry-Eyed Encounter, which was the episode in this game that inspired the title of my debut single. Pretty impressive if you ask me. Thank you. It was pretty well thought out, but hey, I wasn't the one who thought of it. Or was I? Here we go. I know I could tell you every word here, but I'll spare you the details.
Another clockwork part had surfaced in India, so the boys and I loaded up the van and zeroed in on our next target, a mysterious spice lord known as Rajan. A self-made man who grew up poor on the streets of Calcutta, he started his life of crime selling illegal spices in the black market, eventually growing his small outfit to a sizable operation, and earning himself a seat in the prestigious Claw Gang. He's since crowned himself Lord of the Hills, and while he goes to great lengths to convince others of his royalty, it's mostly to convince himself. True to form, he's holding a lavish ball in his newly purchased ancestral palace. The reason? To show off his latest acquisition, the Clockwork Wings, the symbol of my enemy. If you saw the wings silhouetted against the night sky, it was already too late for you. Especially
if your name was Cooper. Oh, sorry, I had to.
Rajan believes displaying the wings will bring him prestige, and maybe they will.
But they're also
bringing me.
Oh, yeah. Stop. Oh. So that was, dude, I knew if I made it to that part of the game, then it was a success. It was just, that's only the second episode, but I was well aware that all I got to do is make it past the Black Chateau, and then we're in, because you couldn't replay any of the levels, which made them a lot more valuable in a way, because in the previous game and in the two following games, you could replay the episodes and the levels without having to go through the whole story, but you couldn't do that with Sly 2. At least I don't think you could. If you can, I mean, this is news to me. I've beaten that game like, I don't know. I've probably 100% of the game like 7 times, maybe more, but I've played through it and just not gone back and like beaten it. Maybe realistically, maybe 250 times. I don't know. I have no idea. But it was my all-time favorite game. That was my all-time favorite episode. And really, I always knew I wanted songs to sing in the lonely hour to be. I always thought it would be my second album. I didn't really have a grasp on. Typically, I thought that my first album would be called The Blue Adonna, but that just didn't feel right now. And I just always knew, man, it would be awesome if songs to sing The Lonely Hour. The first song was A Starry-Eyed Encounter, and here we are.
Well.